Fens, which means that
Morning. Back in the fen. I'm actually back in Holme Fen, which is a local woodland, silver birch woodland that I came to only a couple of months ago. And if you remember, if you've watched the video, which I'll put a link up to there, I said that if it was a really foggy day I'd come back. It's a really foggy day, so I've come back. And I think this may be my colleague who's joining me this morning behind me, so I'll speak to you in a minute. So yes, it was Gary that was coming up the road. Mr. Norman from Reef Photography.
hello.
He's joined me this morning in the fens. We thought we'd come back, well I thought I'd come back to Holme Fen, which is a local fen to me, full of birch trees. Fantastic woodland, really, really nice. I came here a couple of months ago, and I'll put the link above to the vlog, and at that time there was no fog, no mist, nothing, and it was really tough, so thought I'd come back this time as we've got fog, as you may be able to see behind us. So yeah, what do you think, Gary?
It's gorgeous. It's an absolutely gorgeous place. And can I say, watch that vlog if you get a chance, if you haven't already, because I re-watched it again this morning, and it's actually really interesting and very informative. But yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's really nice. Yeah. It really, as I said on the last vlog, it's the lowest lying silver birch woodland in the UK, so it's pretty unique. So hopefully, with a foggy morning, we should be able to do it justice. But
hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully, let's put a caveat on that. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we won't be that confident at this point, but hopefully we'll enjoy it, whatever happens. So
let's be honest. There's got to be something around here. I mean, it's a fantastic location. There's got to be something.
Yeah, you'd like to think so, but you'll see. So join us. We haven't had to walk far to get first composition, and it's that behind me. Look at that, they look gorgeous. So you've got the reeds in the foreground giving you a nice sort of base foreground interest, and then there's a few trees that are actually with no branches on. I think they're really cool the way they're sort of standing straight, and then with the sun just coming up behind, and the really misty feel, quite ethereal, as Gary's just pointed out. So hopefully my image comes across as quite ethereal when you look at it. So I've done two shots here. As you can see, I've got the 70-200 on. Really needed to get in closer to pull out some of the detail, because it was had 20-70 on to begin with, and it was just a bit too wide. Just really wasn't getting the detail and was getting too much in the foreground. So put the 70-200 on, all of a sudden, the composition's there in front of you because you've isolated it. So I think I'm about actually on this shot I'm about 200, but on the other one I was slightly less, about 100 mil. And what I've done for the composition, I've kept the post, the small post, into the left hand side, and then just done a landscape composition on the first one. And then on this one I've just been doing down here, I've changed to vertical and knocking the sun out at the top, but then just keeping those vertical silver birches as well in a vertical shot. And yeah, I think it looks really nice. So first one in the bag, hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's move on and see what else we can see. Well, I couldn't resist this composition here, the classic path through the trees composition. There's a little bit of mist still appearing in right at the back as you can see, but the sunlight and the rays are now coming through the forest and casting some really lovely light across the path and on the side of the birch trees just above on the path. They look really nice. Yeah, 70 to 200 still on. So I've done a couple of shots here, one tighter in further down to the bottom and one a little bit wider out, and yeah, see what they look like. But still a fantastic morning so far. I think the mist is will probably be clearing shortly, but we'll make the most of it.
He's just waiting for me to fall in, and it is libelled.
Yep, you got it.
I'm not joking you, it is likely to happen. It could actually. Me or the camera, one of the two is going to.
I nearly got it. Right, well, Gary's got to shoot off, and I'm going to stay a little bit longer and have a wander around. You can see behind us there's a lake that Gary's already taken a shot of earlier on with a long exposure.
Bit iffy.
Watch his vlog. Obviously I'll put a link to Gary's vlog. I'm sure that people that subscribe to my channel will know Gary anyway, but if you don't, make sure you go across to his vlog and check out
and
his
make
video.
sure you subscribe to this guy as well if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah, click that little button, the little red thing that's on the bottom right hand corner. If you'll see it, just click it now. Go on, now. Thanks.
No pressure though.
So, as I say, it's a great place here. We've really had a good time here this morning.
Brilliant.
Conditions have helped. You know, the fog was fantastic earlier. It's cleared a bit now, but might still get a little bit of mist hanging in some of the little valleys some of the little areas as we as I wander around. But anyway, Gary's got to shoot off. So, what do you think, Gary?
I've had a great time. He's a great guy. I say it again. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. I know it sounds like an advert, but look, you know, he is a great guy, and this is a fantastic place.
Yeah, really nice.
If you are in the area, or even if you're not in the area and you want some really good woodland photography, then if you can get here on a misty day, it's absolutely brilliant. Really, really good. So,
yeah, I think we've just scratched the surface really. We've been rabbiting most of the time, so we haven't really spent a lot of time looking for decent compositions, but I think wherever you go in the right conditions, this is a really nice place to go. So
just don't get him started, because he don't stop. He's like
come on, no, that was you rather than me. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're both just as bad of each other. Right, I'll let you go, mate. So it's been really good. Thanks for coming down.
It's been a pleasure.
And hopefully see you again soon.
Definitely.
And enjoy the cricket.
Yes, I will. I'm going to nets. That's why I've got to go. Yeah, I don't really play properly, but you know.
Can you look at him and think he's a cricketer?
I look like an athlete. Yeah.
Croquet maybe.
Darts player.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, mate. Good to see you.
Yeah.
See you soon. Cheers. Gary's left, and I'm going to search around for probably about another half an hour. I've come to an area here which there must be a composition here. Just look at it. There's open areas of bracken with the trees that some of them look really nice, but I've got to try and find that composition because the mist has gone. Well, it's not completely gone, to be fair. There is a bit left, and I think that's what I need to take advantage of, because as I said in my previous vlog, it's tough to get a composition. Well, I'm sure you could find one if you looked hard enough, but it was tough to get a composition without the mist and the fog, and now we've got that little bit of mist and fog. I really want to take advantage of it. Actually, now I'm walking up here, you see behind me, there's I'm quite liking this actually. Nice leading line heading up to those trees there, or even these ones over here. There is that little bit of mist left in the just on the horizon line. Right, come on Jamie, sort yourself out. Gonna get this last composition. So yeah, these do make a nice composition. I was right, you should always trust your judgment. That's one. I've not taken that composition yet, because the one I've gone for first of all is this one here. Let me just quickly show you. It might disappear in a second. Oh, you can't see it. Never mind, believe me. I quite like this particular composition. It still takes advantage of the mist, just overhanging right in the distance. So what I've done is I've zoomed in again, 70 to 200. That's all I've shot this morning. I think it's a key lens for woodland photography. One, because you can zoom in and isolate some of the detail, but I think it's probably the main reason, to be fair, because if you're shooting wide in woodland, you're getting everything in, and sometimes it can work really well. But the trouble is with woodland photography, there is a lot of trees, stating the bleeding obvious. So to zoom in and just isolate some of the trunks or some of the trees, to do that on a 70 to 200 works really well. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I've zoomed in here. There's a bit of overhang mist in the back. I've got a tree coming down at an angle that way, which I think looks really nice. And the bracken on the forest floor, the woodland floor, is lit by the sun coming in. Now I'm hoping I don't get any lens flare on the shot, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I quite like that image, so let's see what that one looks like. And then I'll have a go at this one here. Okay, so final image I think I'll take for this morning is this one here. As you can see, I've taken off the 70 to 200 now, and I've put on the 24 to 70, just because I want to go a little bit wider, and I want to take some of this bracken ditch that leads all the way up to these trees at the back into the frame as well. So I've put a vertical composition on this one, the ditch that leads you down to the trees in the background. So this one would have been really nice in the mist. Unfortunately we haven't got it, but it's still a nice image. I've bracketed this shot because you can see it's bright now in the sky. We've got bright patches, but also we've got some shadows here in the foreground. And if I'd have put a filter on, it won't really work. A graduated filter, I mean, because you've got the trees and you're going to bring it down over the top of the trees. So I've bracketed it. Hopefully I can capture enough detail in the highlights and the shadows then to make a reasonable image out of this one here. Right, I think I'm going to sign off now. Had a really good morning this morning. It was great to meet Gary down here. I've met Gary before, actually coming up to a year ago. We met at the photography show where I met with Julian Baird, Chris Sale, Andy Maguire, Gareth Danks, a few others. They were the ones that actually spurred me on to get out vlogging, so I'm really pleased that they did, and thanks guys for the push. But yeah, really good to spend a bit of time with Gary this morning. As we said earlier on, we've been spending most of the time just gassing about all things photography and other bits and pieces. But yeah, good to catch up. Fantastic morning here, really got the good conditions with this fog. I'm really happy with some of the images that I've taken, so hopefully you'll have seen them and you'll be happy with them too if they make you happy. But no, I really enjoyed it. It's been great this morning. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. If you've liked this this vlog, then give us a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button also, and I will see you on the next journey, wherever that may take me. So until then, we'll see you soon.